Ecstasy and me, baby! Well, first of all, check out this scene, man. This is absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful morning, man. Holy shit. It surprises me because last couple of days were like the most miserable of the whole year. And today, when I actually need to go out, it's really good weather. So it's cold, but wow. Well, all the usual chemtrails. Yeah. But on to the topic of today. I want to talk about this last week, but for some reason I didn't get to the video. Ecstasy, yes, ecstasy. In my past I used to take ecstasy. Now I didn't really take it all that much, but I think I took that about 10 times. I never was addicted to it. But the reason that I didn't do that stuff so much is I thought I was allergic to it. Yeah. Let me tell you a story about me. So I think I was 14 or something, 14, and I was at a party with my brother, and we were just drinking beer and stuff, and a little later he gets to know this punk girl, not a punk rock, but like, I should say that, man. Low life, yeah, low life person was a girl, and she provided us with ecstasy. So I was 14, my brother was like 17, 18, and we both took each one tablets. Well, mine looked like a blue and an M&M, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take it, and it was fucking amazing, but it wasn't really the strongest ecstasy that I got, well, ecstasy feeling, but the thing what happened was, like, remember I was allergic, I think I was allergic, I am almost blind with one eye, and that blind eye turned completely inside, like, well, you could still see the pupil, but only a little bit. Like, the pupil was like all the way inside. And I was like partying and dancing, and I was like having a really good time, and people started staring at me. Oh man, it was so crazy, man. And I was really paranoid, and I was like, what the fuck? And my brother looks at me and he's like, oh man, what's wrong with you, man? Let's go to the bathroom. And I saw my eyes, and I was really cross-eyed, man. This eye was fine. Well, it was diluted, like almost black. But that was totally on the inside, and I was, holy fuck. It didn't really bother my vision because I'm almost blind in that eye, so I don't really use it anyway. So the night went by, and it worked out, and 2 or 3 hours later it was worked out. And from that moment on, I think I only took that one more time in public, but not at a party. It was just when I think I went to school on a weekend day, like an open door day. Yeah, but it wasn't all that extreme. It wasn't really a hard ecstasy feeling. But I had some other experiences with that stuff, and it was at home, and the most, to me, ecstasy was like the best drug I ever took. It was it was so good. Coming down from that, I would get into a depression. For real. Not like the whole day, but that's the thing with ecstasy, why people overdose on it. When you're so high and it feels so good, and the music sounds so good, and you're partying, and then it's starting to work out. So you begin to feel normal, and then you don't want to feel normal. You want to feel elevated. So that's I'm gonna drive my bike because there's some fucking people there. Wait. Okay, yeah. So you gotta get into a depression, and that's also one of the reasons that I didn't took that stuff so much. But man, music, man, oh man, those experiences was like the best experiences I ever had. But you can't explain it. It's like you feel so euphoric, and it's all with the music. It's because I'm gonna link a video, well, a music, just a song that I used to play when I was high on ecstasy, and it was so busy that I couldn't even comprehend it. My mind could not compute it on ecstasy. But when you hear that song, when you're not on ecstasy, you kind of get what I'm saying. It's like so busy. It's a song from Underworld, and it's King of Snake. It's called. Yeah, it's not a super song, but oh man, oh, it's like crazy, dude. But yeah, so all my highs were all induced by music when I was on ecstasy, and not rock music. That was strange also. It was almost only trance and techno. That's something very weird. It's like rock music didn't really do anything to me, but techno music, man, you can. Well, I can't even explain it, man. I can't explain it. It's like you're hearing it for the first time with totally different ears, and yeah, it makes you feel so good, man. It's fucking, oh man. People that are addicted to ecstasy, well, I can get why they're addicted to ecstasy. So good. It's too good. But I will link that video or that music, and it kind of sounds like ecstasy. Well, you gotta notice it. You gotta almost go into a meditation and only listen to that, and you will hear like the music, well, the loops building up, and after a while it's like, holy shit, it's like too much. And that's basically a little bit like you would have on ecstasy, but then with every techno music you hear. So yeah, that stuff, man, that's if you like music, you should do that at least one time in your life, for sure, before you die. That's that's not a real good how you say that, man, a real healthy advice, but that's the way I feel, man. Drugs, man, drugs are bad, don't get me wrong. But some drugs, like mushrooms and stuff, ecstasy, if you try not to get addicted to it, you should try it. I recommend ecstasy for sure. Ecstasy above everything else because it's so good, man. I remember about 15 years ago I saw a TV program and it's called Spotten and Slikken. That's Dutch for shooting and swallowing. Basically, there was a fucking famous dude and he tried every drug, but I don't know if he really took every drug. I think he did not use meth and heroin, but I think he did all the rest. So LSD, all that stuff, cocaine, speed. And he also said, like, the best thing I took from all those things was ecstasy. Because it makes you feel so good and so unreal. And the music, so like the music comes alive. So I'm not gonna take that stuff anymore. Because, I don't know, man. I've done it, I know how it is. And I know it's really, really bad for your brain because it kills like billions of brain cells. But wow, man, it's so amazing, and I'm glad that I had that experience. So I don't really need to use it anymore. But wow, man, highly recommend it. Holy shit! But also one of the reasons that I quit was this was the last. Period in Belgium, at least, that those pills were any good, because I had so-called friends and they were taking that like weekly, and they said, yeah, this last week I took 7 of those pills in one night. It took 14 in 2 days, stuff like that. I was like, wow, really? They got, those pills got, how you call that? Laced with other crap. And it's like, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Because I was already in that period, heavy into speed and stuff. And to me, speed was safer also. Because I was snorting that shit and I know how it tasted and how it's supposed to taste. And that's something you did not have the advantage. I'm saying that wrong. You cannot know that with ecstasy. You never know what you're taking, so that's a really downside on ecstasy. Well, I've heard, at least in Holland, you can get your pills tested. Yeah, when you get pills, you can send them to a laboratory, and then they will test the purity, and then they send them back, and you can take them safely. Well, that's a whole lot of trouble, and most people are not gonna do that, but yeah, I loved it, man. I really loved it. But the only thing I didn't love was the coming down from that. It was really like, oh no, man, I don't want to get normal. Oh fuck, I want to enjoy this music. And oh man, that was all there is to it, was music. If you take ecstasy and you don't have music, you're fucked, man. Well, at least that was my feeling. So also one thing, headsets was not as pleasant as boxes, like music boxes, loudspeakers. I don't know why, but it wasn't it wasn't that good headset. You might think that that's like much better, but no. Boxes were much, loudspeakers was much better, so I don't know what that is, but yeah. So yeah, now you know ecstasy was my favorite drug. I will stand by that statement till I die. And I know there's lots of people that will say the same about that. So okay, that's about all I have to say about that. Let's enjoy this chemtrail day. This is Belgium, man. I am blessed that I live near these waters, man. I used to go on foot for like, I don't know how many miles. Whole day. Walk whole day beside the waters. I loved it, man. But my foot is fucked, so I cannot do that anymore. Which sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off this shit. I'll let you guys go. Tell me what you think. And I love you guys. Bye bye.